I got a question. I got a question. I got a question.
What's the wildest tweet you've ever seen?
Oh God. Okay. That's a daily occurrence. So I think that the only reason I'm going to call this one the wildest is not because it's the wildest tweet I've ever seen, but it's because it's the one that I can remember the most,
Hmm.
and I've remembered it the longest.
Okay.
And it's from years ago.
Okay.
And it was this girl who was exposing the guy that she was dating because he was sending her pictures, and she started to think that it was weird because he was like texting her and they were talking. I'm not sure if they were dating or like in a relationship 100%, but he Fresh Prince of Bel Aired her and was like, "Oh, I'm at my friend's wedding," and she sends screenshots of all the conversations. He's sending selfies of him at this wedding, but it was his wedding, and he had turned his jacket inside out to send her the pictures.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Thank you. He like it was fly. I mean, he looked good, but it was so crazy to me because she's sitting here like live tweeting this conversation, and I will never forget that he was legitimately like at his own wedding. Because then other pictures came out, and there was him, and his jacket was right side out, and he was in his tuxedo, and like he was the groom. That was probably the craziest one for me.
Why even send her the pictures to begin with?
Because men.
Like he could have just, he could have just skipped
do.
that day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
people get real brave.
Going fishing. Like he could have just skipped that day.
He could have took pictures in advance
Right.
and saved them for that day. He could have done that. He could have been called out sick of, I'm too sick to be your man today. I can't do it. He could have done anything, but instead he turned his jacket inside out and sent selfies.
Like he was. That's funny. What color was the tux?
It was I think it was just a black tux if I remember correctly, but the inside of the jacket was like colorful and I think maybe floral.
So he really Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah, no, it was like a design. Like the jacket was like a design on the inside. So.
Oh man, that's
I meant
so
what
funny.
I said. I meant what I said. He definitely
That's hilarious.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
How long it took her to figure out what was going on?
It was pretty quick. I mean, she was really upset. So I hope. I mean, I'm sure she's amazing and fine by now. She was a beautiful woman. So, but she figured it out pretty quick. She was like, "This motherfucker."
I got a question. I got a question. I got a question.